Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. Today we're going to discuss Meghan Markle and Harry's tribute to Prince Philip in loving memory of His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh, 1921 to 2021. Thank you for your service. You will be greatly missed. A lot of people are calling out that this is very cold. A very cold, very impersonal tribute. I quite agree. They could have said something personal, very impersonal, very cold. And I'm wondering if Philip was just against the marriage. And this just looks to me like Meghan. And I don't think you can stop Meghan from doing anything. And that's very bad in a relationship where one party is just rolling over the other. Another thing I want to address is the numerology of Prince Philip's death. Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, passed away at age 99. On the 99th day of the year, the 9th day of April 2021, the date itself also adds up to 9. And then there's some calculations here. 9 is the number of endings and marks the end of an era. And basically the point that this numerology person is making is that Philip's death marks the end of an era. And he was the patriarch of that family. And if his death, in fact, marks the end of, an era, this could be the beginning of the end of the monarchy. And definitely the anti-monarchists are rising up to, again, demand the end of the monarchy. Here we have Omid Scobie tweeting, that wonderful cesspool of Twitter. Breaking: Prince Harry will attend his grandfather's funeral on Saturday, following all US and UK COVID-19 protocols in the process. A source adds that Meghan, who is heavily pregnant, made every effort to travel, but didn't receive medical clearance from her physician. Meghan traveled extensively during her pregnancy with Archie. I do not believe that Meghan is pregnant now. I believe that any bump that we're seeing is synthetic. This is a geriatric pregnancy. She's saying she's going to have the second child at home, probably on the bathroom floor. She's going to have to upstage somebody. And I predicted in my last reading that Harry would attend and Meghan would not. And so literally the next day, that's what came out. Of course, Meghan is not going to attend. Meghan can't show her face in England. People are going to be very angry at her, and I'm concerned that people are going to be very angry at Harry, and I think that might be a good thing. So before we get into that, I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck that I'm going to use here on Etsy. Please like, it helps the algorithm. Please subscribe. A lot of folks have been unsubscribed. Please share if you like the video. Please comment. So let's get into it. Let's begin with Philip and Meghan. Philip and Meghan Markle. This is a really cold tribute. Really cold, really impersonal. I mean, she didn't say, well, I'm glad you're gone. She didn't say that, but very, very cold. It's like, no, I don't want to speak at the funeral. It's like that. So Philip and Meghan, was Philip against the marriage of Meghan and Harry? Because I believe that Meghan tricked Harry, told him she was pregnant, and he was trying to do the honorable thing. There are people in this world who are not very honest. That trick has been played on me many times. The I'm pregnant trick. And you just kind of wait and you smile and you say, okay, let's go to the doctor kind of thing. So and it was never true. Every time it was played on me, it was never, ever true. So was Philip against Meghan? Because, against the marriage of Harry to Meghan, because Philip really has a problem with Fergie, and he, after the toe-sucking incident, he would not allow Fergie to be in his presence. And, you know, they would all be up at Sandringham, and Fergie would be there, and Philip would be on his way, and Fergie had to leave. Simple as that. So Philip and Meghan, let's look. Was Philip against Philip? And Meghan. All right, what do we have here? Philip. He could have gone either way. Cornucopia, all things, hand in hand. 14, 19, 5 clubs. Philip was kind of split on this. He was not against their marriage. It was about everything. He was looking at everything and the relationships of the people. He could have gone either way on it. He felt that it could be very good. You know, the Duchess of Duchess diversity. Okay, he felt that that could play very well for everything. You know, all things considered. 8 diamonds cornucopia is everything material. All things considered in front of all the people. He felt that that could play well, but he wasn't convinced. There's no love here on this side. There's no love here. Okay, it's diamonds, no hearts. He wasn't smitten by Meghan. I believe that Charles was smitten by Meghan, and I think she rubbed herself all over him and told, you know, she literally said the words, "This is the family I never had." Charles walked her down the aisle. She really seized the heart of Charles and then threw it away. Just like she seized the heart of Piers Morgan. Now, Piers Morgan is married. Okay, there's nothing, you know, but he felt that there was a real friendship there and he was trying to help her. And he just wanted to stay connected. And boy, is he an enemy now. So what's over here with Meghan? Butterfly, very public. Heart, good intentions and grabbing the heart. Talking about all of her good intentions and what she wanted to do. She really sold it. She really sold herself to Philip. I'm going to be great for the family. This adds 10, 3 diamonds, Trinity, everyone working together. So she wasn't able to grab Philip's heart like she did. I think she's tremendously skilled at flirtation. I think she's tremendously skilled at, you know, moving her body in ways that make men notice her. Wearing revealing clothing. I think she's very skilled at that. And that's not to be understated. And it doesn't have to. I think she's also a manipulator. But she's tremendously, she is out of 1 out of 10, 10 being the most skilled. She is very, very skilled at networking, getting people on her side, getting people in her corner, and that's a tremendous skill. She was able to get Philip in her corner. He wasn't falling for any of the emotional stuff, which is what she always does. But she convinced him that she would be good for the family. So he was not against it. She convinced Philip that she would be a good addition to the royal family, working with the strong foundation, 2 spades. And then over here, some shadow cards, roadblock, scapegoat, and mustard seed. All of her messages were tearing down. You know, she was very strongly for abortion. She was really an anti-monarchist in the monarchy. She was, yeah, she everything she said was kind of anti-monarchy, which just didn't work. So what she sold to Philip was not at all what she did. She did really quite the opposite. But Philip was not against her initially. He was not against her because she did convince him. Now, there's a lot of folks who, and I hear this all the time, that Philip was dead already a year. And we should address this question because a lot of people, I hear it all the time. I see it in my threads. Philip and I get it in messages. Philip was dead already. He's been dead at least a year, and they just didn't say anything. And his 100th birthday is coming up, and there was going to be a big celebration, and it's just getting too hard to keep dragging him out there and keeping up the facade. And they're also saying the Queen's dead. We're not going to address that. We're just going to address, was Philip already passed a year ago, and they just decided to announce it now? Let's just look at that, because I hear that a lot. Was Philip already passed a year ago, or prior to the announcement? All right, was Philip already passed a year ago? Karmic relationship, fence sitter, player. Player is an actor. Foundation is actor, possibly, or making plays. 11 and 11, 22, 6 diamonds. So the foundation of this question is it a deception? Is it a deception? Cornerstone, very solid foundation. On the mind is incubus, succubus, selfishness, lying. This is a great lying card. What do we have here? Home and family, people close. Jacob's ladder, going forward step by step. A big change in how things are going to move forward in the future in the family. Fox and Sun. A clever reveal. Okay, so they did massage it a little bit. I'm not seeing a lot of dishonesty. They massage things a little bit. Probably he died the night before, and then they would have announced it the next day. I mean, you don't want to, he's not dead 1 second and you rush out the door and you scream it to the whole world. You gather the family around, you talk about it. I don't see a lot of deception here. If he was dead a year ago, I would see a lot of deception here. Okay, they're very careful about how they reveal things, when they reveal things, what they say when they're revealing things. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. 4 hearts, 6 hearts, family. We have 4s, we have 6s. There's a little bit of massaging and cleverness here, but I'm not seeing that he was dead a year ago. I'm not seeing that. Okay, so we have the numerology of Philip's death. Okay, 9, all 9s. It's adding up 999. And people are also saying, also reversing that. 999, you reverse it and now it's 666. Okay, so they're saying both of those things. But I want to address the 999. Does Philip's death mark, because he's the patriarch of this family, he was running the family. The Queen was running the country, and I think Philip was mostly running the family. And that's a good division of duties. I think he had a strong place in the family, and I think he really contributed a lot. Is this the end? Does Philip's death mark the beginning of the end of the monarchy? Okay, is this the beginning of the end of the monarchy? Because these cycles take a long time. You know, the Mayan calendar, it's a very long cycle. The cycle of nations rising and falling takes, hundreds of years. And this family is a royal family, and it's been there for generations and generations and generations. These things don't happen. I mean, the end, when it finally comes very quickly. But it takes a long time to get there. So is this the beginning of the end of the monarchy? Is this a watermark? Is this a canary in the coal mine? 4-leaf clover, high tower, official. We have 9s. 9s is almost completed. we have no opportunities and official opportunities and no. So since we have the no card, I'm going to say no, this is not marking the beginning of the end. 18, 22, 6 diamonds. The royal family has further to go. The royal family has further to go. What do we have here? Cut, ace of spades, 7 spades, and okay, secrets over the long term. There's more to be revealed, and working it out among the people. There's more to go here. There's more to go. There's more to go. There's more to go. Okay, now Philip very famously said, and I think he could have been joking. He said he wanted to be reincarnated as a deadly virus to do his part about overpopulation. Well, the population of the earth is going to keep growing and growing and growing, and that's definitely going to present problems in food production. Okay, the number of people on the earth, we now have over 7 billion people on the earth, or maybe it's 9 billion, but you can only have that many people based on how much food you can produce. So the humans have to be able to produce enough food and clean water to feed all these people. We weren't able to feed that many people, anywhere near that many people, just 100 years ago. So it's not easy to do. Food production is a big deal. So is Philip like just a total globalist? Because there's the Georgia Guidestones that talk about limiting the number of people on the earth to, I don't know, 500 million or something. It's really small compared to how many people are on the earth. And letting nature reclaim a lot of land and keeping it that way. So was Philip like a huge globalist and he really does want to see this? Or was he just like joking? Is Philip a huge globalist? All right, what do we have here? Snake in the Garden of Eden. That's also a good symbol of the devil. Inheritance, the very established order. Trinity, working with the very established order. 22, 25. Yeah, Philip is a globalist. Philip is a globalist. Philip is a globalist. He does tend a bit toward the dark side. What do we have underneath? 10 of Hearts, cup overflowing, Magi, just, manifesting joy. And he's a ruler, very important guy. Lovers and earthquake. Yeah, he actually does want a large culling of world populations. Okay, and what has been very popular recently is zombie apocalypse movies. A lot of apocalyptic stuff. And I love apocalyptic stuff. Well, people, and it's very popular in pop culture right now, the zombie apocalypse where 99% of people die from the zombie apocalypse. What is that? That's something that's in the common consciousness now. It's becoming kind of a popular thought to play around with. So it's not an uncommon thought, this kind of culling the population. He was a globalist. He was just joking around. He is a world leader, but he kind of would like to see the population culled a bit, pared back a bit. For the health of the earth and the people on it. 26, 36, 46, 48. Jack, Queen. 48. Queen of Spades. Queen of Spades again, 48. Yeah, he's definitely a globalist. He's definitely a globalist. Okay, so he leans that way. A lot of, Macron, a lot of these world leaders do lean that way. George Bush was a globalist. I personally am not a globalist, and I think that's the other side of the coin. Ocasio-Cortez, I would say, is a globalist. Hillary Clinton is a globalist. They're all over the place. And I definitely stand on the other side from them. So let's review what we have here. Was Philip against the marriage to Meghan Markle? No, he wasn't. He thought she would be a good addition to the family. She really sold it to him that she wasn't able to work her flirtatious charms on him like she did Charles, like she worked on William, she worked on Piers. She does that. The 10 Hearts always shows up. But she was smart enough, clever enough to convince Philip, the patriarch, that she would be a good addition to the family. She would really, Three Diamonds, really work with the family to achieve their goals as global leaders. But that's not at all what she did. But he was not against, he was on the fence. He was of two minds about this. She could be really good or maybe not so good. And the not so good won. Meghan is a disaster for the royal family. Whether you love Meghan or not, Meghan is a disaster for the royal family. She's been nothing but trouble and circus. Okay, so number one. Number two. Okay. Was Philip already dead for at least a year? Let's get the sticks out. We'll just do a confirmation. This says no. He wasn't already dead a year. Yes, no, yes, no. So, was Philip dead already at least a year before the announcement? And so that's going to be a yes if he was already dead. That's going to be no if he was not dead a year. No. Okay, so that's a clear no. No, Philip was not already dead a year. They're very careful about how they put things out. They're very wise and clever. And they may not have announced it to the very moment, but, they announced it the next day. But he wasn't dead already a year. So let's write that down. No, I've got the sticks there. All right. The numerology. Does Philip's death begin to mark the beginning of the end? No, they've got further to go. They've got further to go, and that's good. After the Queen leaves, it's going to be a much bigger deal. Going to be a much bigger deal then. Okay, is Philip, I'd like to come back as reincarnated as a virus and, kill huge sections of the population. Was he just joking, or is he some kind of major globalist? He's a major globalist. He was joking, but he is a major globalist. Okay, you can say things like that in fun. So that's all, folks. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.